Quick question. When you're at the grocery store and you see the word natural on a label, does it make you more likely to buy it? Because here's the thing, most of us do. Studies show that people consistently rate natural products as healthier, safer, and even tastier than identical products without that label, even when the ingredients are exactly the same. But here's what the food industry doesn't want you to know. In most countries around the world, the word natural on a food label means almost nothing legally. It's not regulated. It's not verified. It's marketing. So today, we're going to break down what natural actually means, what it definitely doesn't mean, and how to actually spot the genuinely healthy options. The next time you shop, what does natural legally mean? Let's start with the basics. What does natural actually mean from a legal standpoint? In the United States, the FDA, that's the Food and Drug Administration, has said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that it simply means nothing artificial or synthetic has been included. That wouldn't normally be expected in that food. That's it. No formal definition, no enforcement, no approval process. In the European Union, the rules are stricter for certain claims, but the word natural by itself? Still not officially regulated in most contexts. In Australia, Canada, Japan, India, broadly the same story. The word natural is one of the least regulated terms in the global food industry. So what does that mean in practice? A product can be labeled natural and still contain high fructose corn syrup. Natural? Debatable. Legal to label it as such? In many countries, yes. Sodium nitrates in processed meats, also used under natural labels. Refined sugars, industrial seed oils, or heavily processed starches. The word natural doesn't tell you how something was grown, processed, or what chemicals were used along the way. The psychology of natural. So why does this one word have so much power over us? Researchers call it the natural preference, or the appeal to nature bias. We've been wired, partly through evolution, partly through decades of marketing, to associate natural with safe, pure, and good, and artificial with danger, chemicals, and harm. A landmark study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people rated wine as tasting better when told it was made naturally, even when it was the exact same wine. Same liquid, different label, different taste perception. Food companies figured this out decades ago. In the 1980s and 90s, as processed foods started getting a bad reputation, brands leaned heavily into natural language. Nature Valley, 7-Up Natural, Snapple's all-natural campaign. These weren't health upgrades. They were repositioning strategies. And it works across cultures, by the way. Research from the UK, Germany, South Korea, and Brazil all shows the same pattern. Consumers in almost every country associate the word natural with health, regardless of what's actually in the product. So this isn't just an American problem. This is a global marketing phenomenon. Real examples that might surprise you. Let me give you some real-world examples, because this is where it gets really interesting. Example 1. Natural fruit juice. Many juices marketed as 100% natural are made from what's called reconstituted juice concentrate, stripped of flavor, stored for up to a year in giant vats, then reconstituted with water and artificial flavor packs added back in. But because the base is still technically from fruit, totally legal to call it natural. Example 2. Natural flavors. This is one of the most misunderstood terms in food labeling. Natural flavors are actually the fourth most common ingredient in the U.S. food supply. But here's the catch. Natural flavors can be derived from animal parts, including beaver glands. Yes, that's real. It's called castoreum, or from highly processed plant extracts that barely resemble their original source. Example 3. All-natural snack bars. Some of the most popular all-natural bars on the market contain more sugar per serving than a standard candy bar. The ingredients may technically come from natural sources, but the levels of processing and sugar concentration are anything but what most people imagine when they think natural. And contrast this with something like a plain block of tofu. Minimal ingredients, minimally processed. No natural label on the package. But objectively, it's far simpler and cleaner than most foods wearing that badge. What terms actually matter? Okay, so if natural is mostly meaningless, what should you actually look for? Here are the labels and terms that do carry some legal weight, depending on where you live. Certified organic. In the US, EU, Australia, Japan, and many others, organic has a defined legal standard. No synthetic pesticides, no GMOs, specific soil and farming requirements. Still not a perfect system, but it's regulated and verified. Non-GMO verified. In many markets, especially in Europe, non-GMO labeling is backed by certification programs with actual audits. In the US, the Non-GMO project is a credible third-party verifier. Whole food minimal ingredients. Not a label, but a practical rule. The fewer the ingredients, and the more recognizable they are, the closer you are to something genuinely unprocessed. An apple is an apple. A natural apple-flavored snack is a different thing entirely. Fairtrade Rainforest Alliance. These focus more on ethical sourcing than nutrition, but they do involve independent verification, which means someone actually checked something. The general rule? Look for certifications from third-party organizations, not self-declared claims printed by the brand itself. A balanced take. Now I want to be fair here, because not everything marketed as natural is automatically junk. Some brands genuinely do use cleaner, simpler ingredients, and they use the natural label because it's the closest term available to describe what they're doing, even if it's imperfect. The problem isn't always dishonesty. Sometimes it's a lack of better regulatory language. And sometimes, honestly, it is deliberate manipulation of consumer psychology by massive food corporations with billion-dollar marketing budgets. The point isn't to make you distrust everything. It's to make you a more informed reader of food labels. Because the real power isn't in the marketing on the front of the package. It's in the ingredient list on the back. Flip it over. Read it. If you can't picture what most of those ingredients look like in real life, that's useful data. So here's the takeaway. Natural is a feeling, not a fact. It's a word designed to appeal to something real in all of us. The desire to eat well, to take care of ourselves, and to feel good about what we put in our bodies. That desire is completely valid. The label is just not a reliable guide to it. Next time you're grocery shopping, skip the front of the package and go straight to the back. Look for short ingredient lists with things you recognize. Look for certified labels from regulated third parties. And be a little skeptical of any product screaming about how natural it is. Because genuinely, simple foods usually don't need to. If you found this useful, subscribe. I break down food science and nutrition myths every week, in a way that's actually based on evidence. And let me know in the comments, is there a food label that's always confused you? Drop it below. And it might become the next video. See you next time.